Yo, 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 yo. Pronounce it like the letter. I don't say it at all. It's your boy S. And this is Ring Ropes Turnbuckle Podcast. Coming up next, I will review on WWE 2026 Royal Rumble, Saudi Arabia. We're going to talk about it. Coming up next.
This is the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast, your home for real.
Strength is like powerhouse, dangerous slam, surgical, can't repair once I break every limb. The general, which ring you prefer, I defend, cause the ruler always prays on the food in his hand. I'm telling you fam, my entourage is definitely stacked. Don Callis, I'm related to every wolf in my pack. Diesel like Shaq, I'm always outside for the script.
This is the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast, your home for real pro wrestling talk.
Soon, Bang Out Club will meet their fate. We have a secret weapon. Someone from Lisa Bang Out's past, just in case she tries to get involved in our business. Meet our insurance policy.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, we the champs. Thanks for listening. We gone.
You want the best? You're looking at her. This ain't just a sport, it's a lifestyle. Welcome to the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. We are the champions of wrestling talk.
Please stand by.
Now, here's your host for Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast, the insightful Scott Barz, wrestling media in the dynamic salute, Darkwing Dub.
We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. Hey, before we get started, as you can see, we are involved in a story right now with the Bang Out Club. If y'all been following our AI wrestling promotion so y'all understand what the business is, we are about to defend our Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Tag Team titles against the Bang Out Club real soon. We also are going to be having an actual PLE event with this AI promotion that we put together. And we're going to have a few matches on there, you know, putting something together for that. So y'all stay tuned for that, but continue to follow the videos as we continue to do this story. And also continue to follow what we're doing as far as the musical AI part, because as y'all know, like I do write rhymes. I've been doing that for since I was 11 years old, and I got my AI snapping right now. So as you can see, that was me and the homie. We was riding in that hoopty, you know what I'm saying? The Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle truck and spitting them bars. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy that. We got a lot more of that coming real soon, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, let's talk about it. I'm gonna let my bro vent, cause he got a lot to say. So do I. So let's talk about this Royal Rumble.
So first things first, before we get down to business, how we say it around these parts, to business, I want to say a quick, I need a haircut. Y'all shut the hell up. I want to give a quick shout out to somebody that I listened to from pretty much my teenage years all the way up through adulthood. I'm 40 years old now, and I'll still listen to them. But rest in peace to DJ Michael 5000 Watts, the CEO and founder of Swisher House down in Houston. If you're from Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, I'm from Texas. I raised in Oklahoma. Swisher House and Chopped and Screw was a big deal around here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was huge. I mean, it was like you always looking forward to the next mixtapes coming out, and You know, what songs is DJ Michael Watts gonna have chopped and screwed next? You know what I'm saying?
Mike Jones.
Or Mike Jones. You know, OG Ron C had to. I don't. I cuss all the time. So OG Ron C had the Fuck Action series, and like, man, like where would Chop? Because we know the godfather of the chopped and screw is DJ Screw, which we lost him years ago. But the founder and CEO of Swisher House was DJ Michael 5000 Watts. And where would DJ Screw was the godfather of the chopped and screw, but where would chopped and screw be without DJ Michael 5000 Watts? So for me, if anybody that knows his family, man, rest in peace, DJ Michael 5000 Watts, man. Like, your legacy around, at least around these parts, I don't know about the rest of the country, but at least around these parts, your legacy will live forever. Where would people like Paul Wall, Chameleonaire, Mike Jones, like my boy said, Slim Thug, you know, people like that, where would they be without Michael 5000 Watts? You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, man. I'm surprised. I didn't know you was a historian, because I was getting ready to say, oh, I'm shocked, because I knew everything that you just said. I knew every person that you mentioned I was listening to, bro. I was big on Chopped and Screwed, bro. I was a big Mike Jones guy. Slim Thug, what? Oh my God, yo, Slim Thug was nice with the bars, bro. Paul Wall, Chameleonaire. Chameleonaire is Nigerian, for those of that you don't know. So I definitely was on What? What? Oh my God! Listen, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. You know, that chopped and screwed era will forever be embedded in my brain as far as, like, you know, music wise. Like Mike Jones's beats, as far as what he was doing on them instrumentals, and Paul Wall. Oh my God, bro! If anybody knows me from my area, would know, like, I destroyed a lot of them beats when I when I was going freestyle wise, and in battles. Oh my God, yeah. Rest in peace, man. Watts, man.
Man, like, it's crazy because, you know, we have people like Lil Flip, you know, you have all Zero and UGK and Scarface. You know,
Ooh,
Scarface is one of my goats, right? But the game changed when DJ Screw came out with Chopped and Screw. And then what did Michael 5000 Watts do? He just took it to a whole new level with Swisher House.
Yeah.
You know, it's just crazy because, like, the more I think about it, I said it on my show the other day, yesterday, and it's like, it's crazy to think about. The older we get, the more pieces of our childhood and our teenage years is just like going away, man. Like 5000 Watts is gone. Like, who the fuck is next, bro? Like, the mom from Home Alone just passed away. Like, what?
Oh man, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Rest in peace. Yeah. Yeah, man. Listen, you know, gone but never forgotten. You know,
That's it. That's
and
it.
you know, when you grow up in the era where, like, music and just TV really meant something, it don't really mean much now. And I'm not trying to say there's not still hot music out there right now, but the music, you cannot compare the music from our era and the music now. There's no comparison. The content is totally different. You could tell the thought process is totally different. Like, people actually thought about what they were going to say before they say it. we grew up in an era where this meant everything. Let me tell you something. When I was coming up in rhyming or whatever, we had this place in the Ville called the Pleasantville Record Store, right? In this record store, you probably had some of the illest MCs from our area that would go in here and record their music. You could not record in this record store if you couldn't rap. And I'm talking about like rap. I'm not talking about the ABC 1, 2, 3, Hickory Dick. No. You really had to put the pen to pad. And if anybody that watching this pod right now and follow our journey and know me personally, know that I'm telling the truth. You really had to put the pen to pad. And if you didn't put the pen in the pad, or if you didn't know somebody in there that you were cool with, you're not recording in that studio. They will kick you out. They'll say, nah, bro, back to the drawing board, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So we grew up in an era where that meant everything. I feel like today's content lacks so much. And I'm not just talking about music. I'm talking about in TV, period. The stuff that I see on YouTube that kids are watching right now sucks. What are you teaching these kids? It sucks. Oh my God, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying all of it, but a good 95% of it does. You know what I mean? And these young people that are coming up doing the streamings or whatever, I'm not saying all of them are bad, but they don't make it any better because you got these young kids following in their footsteps and thinking it's cool. You know how many shows I had to shut down from my kids because my... Uh-oh. Hold on, folks. He gonna get back in here. I don't know what happened. He got cut off. He'll get back in here. Yeah, just call back in, bro. We still live. Just call back in. We still live. Hold on a second, folks. We'll be back in just as quick. Let him call back in real quick. He was about to say something, and then it just cut. So while he's getting ready to call back in, I'll continue what I was saying. So like I said, like our era, I feel was one of the best eras. Now some people might say different, but our era, I felt, had the best content and showcased some of the best talent on God's green earth. And it was just better, you know, and some people that were born before us might say different. They might say their era was better. But I feel like our era was one of the best eras ever. Like, we got a chance to hear people like the Locks. All three of those guys are some of the, like, if not the best spitters on planet Earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I vouch for that. I'm a big Locks fan. So, you know, you don't hear people like that no more in this era. You know, so yeah, just waiting for him to call back in. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. The signal just dropped real quick. We should be good though. Yeah, go ahead, finish your thought, bro, so we could get going with this.
I was gonna say, you were saying all that, and I was just thinking, like, you know, we lost Pimp C. Pimp C would destroy majority of these rappers that are going out right now. Pimp C wouldn't need Bun B. Pimp C would do it by himself. And if y'all know UGK, Pimp C didn't give no fucks. he didn't. He didn't give no fucks. Like, if it wasn't for Bun B, Pimp C wouldn't. Pimp C, I don't know if y'all know the story or not, but to make it quick before we jump into the Royal Rumble, Pimp C did not want to fuck with Jay-Z when they did Big Pimpin'. Pimp C didn't want no part of Jay-Z. But Bun B got in his ears like, everything's gonna be all right, bro. And then Pimp C did the song, but Pimp C didn't want nothing to do with Jay-Z. I think I heard that Pimp C wanted to put hands on Jay-Z. I mean, so Pimp C was a real one. Rest in peace to Pimp C. But, at the end of the day, rest in peace, Michael Watts. Chopped and Screw will forever be embedded. I didn't know my boy here listened to Chopped and Screw. So Chopped and Screw will be forever embedded in my musical log on my phone or whatever until I go myself because of people like Michael Watts.
Yeah, man. Like I said, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Gone but never forgotten.
Absolutely.
That's that. That was just a little piece of our hip hop artifacts of history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had to get that out real quick, man. I had to get that out, and it broke my heart when I saw that he passed away. I believe it was Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get into the good stuff. Did the whole stream start, or did I just drop?
Nah, not the whole stream. It was just you just dropped. I don't know. Sometimes, man. Sometimes the internet will just every now and then have its little technical difficulties or whatever, depending. But we good now. We should be straight.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Now, the Royal motherfucking Rumble in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Let's start here. I want to say real quick, the visuals of the Royal Rumble, I'm gonna give it an A+. Just the visuals, and I'm not talking about the seats because that was trash, but like the staging area, where they come out of Gorilla and they walk into the ring, that was A+. The lighting around the seats where you couldn't tell where people were sitting at, that was garbage. That was straight hot, steaming pile of dog doo-doo.
Yeah, not to cut you off, but you know why they did that, right?
To make it look like it was full?
Yeah.
That's trash. That's trash. Because what made it worse is the fact that let's go ahead and get started, right? The Women's Royal Rumble was the first match on the card. All you could see was seats. They didn't help. And granted, they're in Saudi Arabia. We know how they feel about the women. They don't treat the women worth a damn in Saudi Arabia. So I have a firm belief that these people did not show up until the Women's Rumble was over with. Because during the AJ match, during the doing the Drew McIntyre and Sammy match, and especially during the Men's Royal Rumble, it seemed like these people came out of nowhere. I was seeing pictures on X of people that were actually at the Royal Rumble, showed the Men's Royal Rumble. There was not an empty seat in sight. But they did I hope they get this figured out before WrestleMania next year.
Yeah, you know what? Before we get into like the matches and stuff like that, I'm gonna just say this: you're absolutely right. What I didn't. All right, so let's talk about the whole situation with the respect of the woman, right? Lash Legend did her thing, but you wouldn't be able to tell that Lash Legend did her thing is because the reception for Lash Legend was basura. They were booing her so bad. You would have thought that she was the most heinous villain on planet Earth. They gave her such a bad reception. It was so bad. So bad. And I know what some of y'all gonna say, oh, well, they booed the heels. The heels are the bad guy. Listen here, okay? Listen here. I know what a regular heel boo sounds like, and I know what yo, I'ma catch you outside boo sounds like too. And that's exactly what it sounds like if she was to go walk out there by herself, going back to her hotel room, that somebody was going, that's the type of booing she got. That was hateful. That was hateful. You understand what I'm saying? They not only did that to her, they did that to Roxanne Perez. They did it to Bianca last year. And they did it to a plethora of other females before that. So what I'm saying is that we all know that WWE is not going to stop the whole Saudi Arabia thing as far as their business arrangements is concerned, because Saudi is paying a lot of money. Those people out there have given out that buku dollars. So why are we how can I say this? What type of agreement or understanding are we going to see that is going to keep the wrestlers safe in certain situations? Because that was crazy. It was so bad. Like when she came out, it was crickets and nobody say nothing. It was crickets. And as soon as she started doing her thing, everybody was like, boo. Like, it was bad. All they had to do was just start throwing things in the ring. That's all they had to do, you know? Yeah. But besides that, the women's Royal Rumble was very underwhelming. Yeah, go ahead.
If you notice, they do that to all the women of color, though.
Oh yeah. I was gonna get
Nia
to that.
Jax got it too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sol Ruka didn't. I think she got cheered, but that's because a lot of people, believe it or not, don't know that she's black.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just that her Caucasian side shows up a lot more, and you have that sometimes. It's rare. It's rare in the gene code, but sometimes you know if you're biracial, sometimes your Caucasian side will show up a lot more. Like I have some cousins that are like that, but it all depends. It all depends, you know. But go ahead, you're gonna say
I mean,
something.
you've seen my son. His Caucasian side sticks out more than my side. So
But you know what? Not to cut you off, but you know what? We being black, a lot of times, even though the Caucasian side would probably stick out more, we have certain features that most races don't got. So if I'm looking at your kid, I still can see that he's black. But with Sol Ruka, you couldn't really tell until she came out and said it herself in an interview that yes, she's biracial. Yes, she's black. And she's not the only one. There's a few others that are biracial too, and you can't tell that they're biracial. That working in the WWE. I forgot who the other girl was, but somebody posted her in one of these chat groups that we follow. Somebody posted her in there, and I was like, yo, I didn't even know she was black. You know, so, but that, I mean, that's besides the point. You know, what we try and say is that, you know, women of color basically don't get that firm support over there, you know. And I know we could do a whole entire video about that, but that's not exactly what we're talking about today. But we just want to put out there that they got booed a lot throughout the whole night. You know what I'm saying? And the Women's Royal Rumble was very underwhelming. Very, very underwhelming. Like it didn't start getting interesting until the end. Yeah.
I would say it started out very, very slow. I don't like the fact that they started the match out with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. What was that supposed to do? Oh, and then like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, it just didn't. And I don't know if that was done on purpose, because here's my theory, and I could be wrong, right? Here's my thing. Here's my take on it, right? I felt like Triple H, right? I felt like he deliberately did this on purpose, like he kind of downplayed the Women's Royal Rumble, so then people won't say that the women have been carrying the WWE for this year too, because if last year the woman carried the WWE, in 2026 the woman put on a spectacle of events that were phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he did this on purpose, so then that way nobody would say that, oh yeah, the women are still carrying the show. I felt like that's what he did. And I could be wrong, but I just felt that way because the way that match was booked was not
I mean,
not good.
you could be right, but I also feel like a lot of it played because of where they're at. I feel like it'd have been anywhere other than the Middle East. I feel like they could have did a better job showcasing the women. Like if they would have held the Royal Rumble in, let's say, Paris, it would have been it probably would have been fire, because there'd have been more support. You see what a lot of, I don't know if Triple H really understands this or grasps this, but fans also make the match. Fans in the arena help make the match. Getting the responses, getting the noise helps make the match. And the way that the Women's Royal Rumble was booked, whether if there was people in the audience or not, it left a lot to be desired. Like, I feel like if they would have had the Royal Rumble in Puerto Rico, shout out to Puerto Rico, I feel like the Women's Royal Rumble match would have been a lot different.
Yeah, I definitely can see where you're coming from when you say it like that. I could definitely see where you're coming from, and I think it would have most likely been a lot different if they had did it that way too. Like the overseas, whenever WWE goes overseas and does something, it's always dope because, and I've said this before, like if we would look at professional wrestling like they look at it over in the UK or in Japan or any of those other countries, we probably would think different as far as how we pick apart professional wrestling in the States. Because they look at it from a totally different spectrum than we do. They look at it from the artistry perspective. They might have their ways of picking things apart, but the artistry of it, they treat it with a lot more respect than what we do over here. Like whenever AEW goes to London, the UK, wherever they go in the United Kingdom, the roof comes off. The roof comes off. Whenever WWE goes to any place in the UK, the roof comes off. You understand what I'm saying? Matches that won't even get a hint of respect over in the States. You take those matches over to the UK and everybody is like, wow, this is amazing. If we could just look at wrestling like that over here, I feel like our problems will lessen, but that's just me.
They are more appreciative of it than we are here, and that is American society as a whole. There's so many things, whether if it's in Europe, South America, Asia, there are so many things that we have here that we don't appreciate, but then we see those things on TV and they're appreciated more. Hell, we saw the roof come off in an island just south and east of here called Puerto Rico. When Backlash went there, every match was the fucking roof came off that place. Every match. So it's just Americans, and this is why the rest of the world look at us like we look down at the entire world with our noses up in the air, because we don't appreciate what we actually have. Like, this women's rumble match to me would have been better if the crowd was better. I feel like you only really heard the crowd when Rhea Ripley came out, when we got the surprise return of Brie Bella. You know what I'm saying? And when Liv Morgan came out and Liv Morgan ultimately won. I feel like those are the main four where we got a halfway decent reaction from the crowd. I mean, hell, some of the bigger, like Charlotte didn't really get any love. Alexa kind of got some. Bailey, everybody here loves Bailey. She didn't get no fucking reaction. Lyra, no reaction. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like the lack of reaction that these wrestlers get. And I get it. Like she said, they booed Lash Legend. Well, technically they should have, but to that extent, there's more behind that one.
Yeah.
They booed Nia Jax, but they were supposed to. But to that extent, there was a little bit of more oomph behind theirs. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm not going to take it there because this is our month. You know what I'm saying? But even over in Europe, we're talking about Europe. Even over in Europe, black women as a whole, they tend to get booed. Like Bianca Belair. When Bianca Belair was on TV and they were over in Europe, she's a babyface getting booed out of the fucking building. So it's just something about black women and women of color when it comes to places like Saudi Arabia and some places in Europe. And I don't understand it. But I'm not going to, that's another story for another day. You're right. There was a lot of meat left on that bone for the Women's Royal Rumble to me. Like, I feel like the right person won. I know you feel differently. We talked about it. I felt like they did the right thing. The only other person that I wanted to see win didn't show up, and that was Bianca Belair.
Yeah, the only reason why I thought they probably could have, I feel like with Liv Morgan, she don't have to win the Royal Rumble to get back the title. That's how I felt. I felt like she didn't have to win the Royal Rumble. She could have been the Iron Woman. You know what I'm saying? Or she could have just been one of the ones that last the longest in the Rumble. I feel like she didn't have to win she don't have to win the Rumble to give the title. That's how I was looking at it. You know what I mean? I feel like she has enough popularity within the company. She's loved within the company enough to like lead her way back to the title without having to win a Rumble. But I get why they did it. I thought they could have got somebody else. I didn't know who at the time. I don't know who would have been in her place. You know what I mean? That's why I said I know why they did it, because I feel like they didn't take the proper time to build so we can really know or at least take a wild guess on who was going to win the Royal Rumble. They didn't take the proper time with booking that. You know, it just sounded like it looked to me, it looked like they put together the women's Royal Rumble with some masking tape and an ace bandage and some paper clips and said, hey, here, this is the women's Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? I felt like the return of Brie Bella, man, that could have been from Monday Night Raw. She could have returned. She was on Raw tonight. But she could have they could have did that tonight. That spot could have been for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That spot could have been for somebody else. But like I said, you know, it is what it is, you know. It's in the books now, so you know,
So if not Liv Morgan for you, who would you say?
I mean, honestly, I don't know because the way they booked the whole thing was just up in the air, man. Like I can't really say. I mean, there's a bunch of people that I could just throw their name out there, but I mean, did they really get a build so we could say they win the Royal Rumble? Like, no. I didn't even know that Liv Morgan was gonna win the Royal Rumble. She was the last person on my mind because I felt like she was bound to get the title back anyway. You know, but I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. I don't really know. I mean, if you want to talk about standout performances, of course, it was Lash Legend. Sol Ruka did her thing. Sol Ruka was phenomenal in the Royal Rumble. And this is why I said, man, the way they booked this Royal Rumble match for the woman, it kind of took away from a lot of the stuff that was going on because there was a lot of good things happening, but the way the whole thing was taking place was just terrible. It was very underwhelming.
Here's one thing that bothered me is that they ruined the return of Tiffany Stratton. Like, we knew she was going to be in the Royal Rumble because they advertised her. Like, if you're going to have somebody that's as big as Tiffany Stratton show up, keep it a goddamn secret.
Mm-hmm.
And they had her show up at 30, so you could have did a better job of keeping that a secret. But since you already spoiled her return, why not have her just show up somewhere else in the card? Because now people are like, okay, Tiffany Stratton's going to win. Try to get her get back. She's going to win. She's going to pick Jade Cargill and go to WrestleMania. Try to get her get back. I thought that Sol Ruka actually the performance that she had, she should at least been the last one eliminated if they were going to have Liv Morgan win it because of the match that she had. Mm-hmm. I also felt like Lash Legend should have been Liv Morgan, Sol Ruka, and Lash Legend should have been the last three. Mm-hmm. To me. Maybe I'm off base here, but to me,
oh no, you're not off base. You're not off base. I didn't think of that when you mentioned it. It would have made more sense because they are the ones that had the standout performances. You know what I'm saying? So they should have been the ones that last the longest in the Royal Rumble.
Hey,
you know?
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I'll give you $100 if you try a soul snatcher.
You ain't gonna catch me trying that.
hey! I don't know if did you read the? I think Sol Ruka was doing an interview and Obafemi said he could do a soul snatcher. You think his big ass could do a soul snatcher?
I mean, honestly, Brock Lesnar did a shooting star press at one point.
Bro, that shit was bad, though. It was bad. He could have broke his neck.
He did break his neck or injured himself, you know. Ober's pretty athletic guy, so I don't know, you know. The dude's I don't want to say he can't do it because I've seen people like Keith Lee, who's bigger than him, do a front flip and nearly land on their feet. So I'm saying the athleticism of a big man in today's professional wrestling is way different from when we grew up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say he can't do it, but I mean that's a lot of weight to be jumping up in the air like that and then bouncing off the ropes just to pull off the flip, because she's basically doing a front flip. It's like a front flip into a RKO or a back flip into RKO. No, it's a front flip into a RKO because she gotta go. She gotta get momentum. Like the way she did this one, she had to run, bounce herself up, and turn forward to flip and grab the person's neck and head to land the RKO. That's pretty tough to do for a person that is 310 pounds of muscle. That's a lot of weight to be thrown up in the air like that. You know what I'm saying?
How do you do that? So she runs, hits the ropes, and she flips under.
Yeah.
To grab them. I'm looking at a video of it right now so I get more of a view of it. Like, I don't know. Oba's a big man to be doing that. I'd like to see him try. Hopefully without him hurting himself. I like to see him try.
Yeah, listen. If he could do that, then I'm like, yeah, man, that dude's a super athlete. If he could do
Like,
that.
hey, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it.
If he could do that,
all right.
He's an athlete.
What would you give the women's Royal Rumble match? What grade?
I give it a D-.
I at least said it was average. I'm giving it a C.
Nah, I give it a D-.
All right. Well, AJ Styles versus Gunther. AJ loses. He has to retire. What are your thoughts?
I thought it was a good match. Honestly, I thought it was all right. I was surprised that he's like, I knew he's going to retire in 2026. I just was surprised that he chose that time to retire in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? I would have thought that he would have chose, like, neutral ground as far as, being in the United States and retiring in the States. Excuse me. But excuse me. But him doing that, I can understand that. He probably has a lot of things on his plate that he wants to accomplish before he fully retires. Like, I'm hearing rumors now that he's going to show up in New Japan. I'm hearing rumors that he's going to go to AEW. Now, let me just put this out there. All you dirt sheets, stop posting that he's going to AEW. He's not going to AEW. If he was going, how many opportunities he had to go to AEW? He should have went a long time ago. You think he's going to go to AEW now? He's not going. If he shows up at AEW, I will be surprised. I would be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was going to do AEW, he would have did it a long time ago. Now, I'm not saying because he's retired, yes, from WWE, but he's not fully retired from wrestling, because he said himself that he has a lot more on his plate before he retires fully in 2026, which means he probably got a few other matches in mind that he wants to do before he's done. And I'm not too sure if AEW's on that list. But if it is, I'll be surprised. But if we're discussing the match, I thought the match was pretty good. I thought Gunther did exactly what he was supposed to do. He came out tonight. Everybody thought AJ Styles was showing up.
He had me fooled. I tell you that. He had
He
me
had me
fooled
fooled
good.
too. He had me fooled too. I looked up. I was like, AJ's here? And then he came out and he did the joint. And yeah, he came. I was dying, yo. That joint was too funny. I was like, yo, this dude shot out, man. Yeah, Gunther did what he was supposed to do, man. Gunther is diabolical right now. His heel status is on cloud 9 right now. Like he's looking like the ultimate villain right now. You know what I mean? He got Goldberg on his list. He got AJ on his list. He got John Cena on his list. He got all the top of the food chain guys on his list as far as like him putting them into retirement, which is crazy to me. So a lot of people are saying that Brock Lesnar could possibly be next. And honestly speaking, I wouldn't do the Brock Lesnar thing for him. I would save that for Oba. Because they already had a connection in the ring. And I don't think Brock want none of that action, yo. He waited till Oba turned around and he eliminated him. And if you look at them two in the ring, Oba towers over Brock Lesnar, yo. He big as yo. I didn't know Oba was that big. He towers over Brock Lesnar. Oba, yo. Brock Lesnar is no small guy. He's 6'3". Oba's like 6'4", 6'5", and he's like, they're almost the same size, but you can't even tell how he just looked. That's the match they need to have at WrestleMania.
Femi is 6'6".
Oh, he's 6'6". Okay, my mistake.
Yeah.
But that's the match they need to have at WrestleMania. If you try and retire Brock, he need to retire in that match.
So he's a good 3 inches taller than Brock. Brock is 6'3".
Yeah, So
He's 6'3", and then Oba is 6'6". I know we're getting a little bit away from AJ Styles and Gunther, but he made Brock look small, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of that's tough to do, man. To make Brock Lesnar look like a toddler. That's tough to do. There's only been two people.
Toddler, I didn't.
No, there's only been two people that make Brock Lesnar look like that. That's Oba and that's Omos.
I'll throw you a third one. Is Braun Strowman.
Okay, yeah, Strowman as well. But I felt like those two are more considerable for the fact that, for one, Oba is going to be the WWE champion at some point in time. They have strapped rocket fuel to this guy, and he's going to be the champion. If he don't be the champion at some point in time in his career, whether it's now or 2 years from now, I will consider it a flop. Not for him, for WWE, for not booking him and putting the belt on him. Because what he did to the War Raiders tonight, like, that was crazy, though. Yo, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, bro. That dude is scary. He is scary. The War Raiders are not no small individuals. I don't care if you need a little bit of a boost just to pick somebody up. How you have somebody that big up in the air like that and hold them up and then drive them into the ground like that? That's it, just as impressive as Goldberg when he jackhammered the Giant. And he had the Giant up there like that. I don't care if the Giant probably helped him. You still got to balance them right before you slam them. That was impressive. So that let me know right there, like, yeah, man, he gonna run through some people before they put the belt on him. But getting back to AJ and Gunther, yeah.
First off, I thought it was a phenomenal match. No pun intended. Since they were started really pushing AJ retiring, he's been putting on good match after good match after good match, or great match after great match after great match. This is nothing different. Um, I didn't think he would retire, go ahead and retire at the Royal Rumble. I felt like he would do it at WrestleMania, whether with going for the belt or going for Gunther one more time or closing it out with Finn Balor. Because that's another match I was hoping we'd see before he retires with Finn Balor. And we didn't get that. So a piece of me feels like he's not completely done with the WWE. I mean, I could be just dreaming here. I could just be like hoping, you know. I don't know. Like, do you believe Triple H? You know, do you believe Rosenberg? Like, do you believe them people where they said that, you know, they talked to AJ and AJ is done. He has no intentions on wrestling? Because going by what we saw with Shinsuke, CM Punk, and now Gunther, was like he could out wrestle probably about half of the WWE roster right now. And he's damn near, he's going to be 50 at some point this year. And he still can wrestle circles around some of these guys, some of these younger guys at that. I mean, he was putting on some good matches with Dragon Lee by his side, and Dragon Lee ain't no chump.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be something along the lines of that he's gonna do that's gonna have to bring him back just for a few more matches. I don't know if it's gonna be in WWE or not. Like I said, I feel like he's probably gonna do something elsewhere, but I don't think he's completely done with wrestling just yet. I think he did it like this because he wanted to leave his options open so he can do other things. Whether that has WWE involved, I do not know, but I do feel that he's definitely not completely done. As you can see, like he could still put on a clinic. So, you know, where he goes from here, I don't know. I don't know as of yet, but
I personally don't think he needs AEW. I know there's a bunch of fans out there having these posting their dream matches for AJ Styles before he retires, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Swerve, MJF, Will Ospreay, so on and so forth. I don't think he needs AEW. I don't. Now, if he did show up in AEW, number one, he'll be surprised. I won't be. I won't be surprised. But, and I'll still support him. I would.
Me too.
I just don't think he needs AEW. You know, you go back and you pay your respect to since you wasn't able to go for his retirement, you go back and pay your respects to Tanahashi. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to get those matches, hey, guess what? He doesn't need AEW to have those matches. If his contract is really expired, like they're saying it is, he can go to New Japan. AEW has a working relationship with New Japan. He can go have those matches over in New Japan without signing a contract with AEW. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off, like he could even, like, if he does do the AEW thing, he could have matches in New Japan, and New Japan could say, "Oh, one of our guys is in AEW right now. We want you to wrestle him over there." So that could happen too.
Yeah. So I feel like he goes back to TNA. He gets he helps build that audience up for A&E. He holds the championship. He takes the championship off Mike Santana, and he holds it for a little bit until he's ready to retire. And then they let him have his pick on who could use the rub by taking the belt off of him as he retires. To me, it's more impactful to do that than to see these one-off matches in New Japan or in AEW. To me, going to TNA and helping the company that pretty much put you on the map get back on the map with A&E and their TV deal. But all in all, man, Gunther, that dude is on a different stratosphere as far as heel work goes. Like when he does that laugh as he's walking to the ring, bro, like it pisses me off. Because I want to punch him right and dead in his face as he's doing that fucking laugh with his mouth wide open. It makes me want to just punch him right in the face. Like, bro, like you're but that's what good heels do. They make you want to, they make you react like that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that with Ethan Page when he broke Javon Evans' jaw twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, let me hit you like that, motherfucker. Shit. Let me hit you like that, see how I feel.
Yo. Yo.
Real talk. Like, but that's what great heels are supposed to do. They're supposed to make you feel a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So, fucking Gunther's just on a different stratosphere. I love Ethan Page as a heel, but man, how do you compete with what Gunther's doing right now?
Yeah, I agree with you. He's definitely taking it to another level as far as heel work. And not for nothing, I feel like that's what they wanted. So he's one of the more refreshing highlights of what WWE's doing, you know. But unfortunately, that's not enough, in my opinion, because we'll get to that point. But I'm just saying. But yeah.
I gave that match a minus.
Yeah, same here. A minus. You know, that was one of the better things of the night. You know, A minus would be reasonable.
Bro, I have nothing to say really on this next match. Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. I'm just gonna flat out tell y'all, I gave that match a big old fat steaming pile of F's. Didn't care, don't give two shits about that. Didn't care. Drew McIntyre dominated that match. Let me tell you how much I cared about that. I used that match to get up and go drop a deuce.
Dang.
Because number one, I get it. Everybody loves Sami Zayn, but I'm so sick and fucking tired of this whole underdog gimmick. I'm so tired of that. Like, how many chances do you need to be a fucking underdog, bro? Like, come on. Like, I understand. We all know why he got the shot. Like, we all know why he got that shot at Roman. Because it was in Montreal, right? We all know why he won at Saturday night's main event. Because it was in fucking Montreal. We all know why he got the shot at Royal Rumble. Because it was in Saudi Arabia, because everybody knows that he's a Muslim. He's a practicing Muslim. So what a better way to showcase Sami Zayn than just give him another title shot because he's the underdog. But what we're not going to do is give him the belt. Yippee! Big old fat F.
Yo, hey man, I can't even argue with you on it. Like, it's the truth. Like, see, Sami Zayn is due to hold the belt. So why are we prolonging the thing?
No.
So you don't want to see him hold the belt?
No, not no more. Nope, that ship has sailed. Bro, seriously. How many chances does one person need?
Yeah. Well, I see your point there too. Yeah. I see your point there too. I mean, so
especially now. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
How many chances does one person need, right? Especially now, we're having all these fresh faces come up. So
Yeah. So
Trick Williams, he's
I
gonna
see your
pass him
point.
up.
I see.
Javon Evans, he's gonna pass him up.
I see your point.
Obafemi has already passed him. It's just a matter of when they're gonna show that he's passing. Braun Breaker, pass him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there's something that I'm missing right now. So I think LA Knight, if there's an underdog right now that needs to have the belt, because his pop has not changed. Mm-hmm. Not one bit. It's LA Knight. Give him one run with either one of the belts. Probably not now, because we just found out what's going to happen at WrestleMania. And by the way, that segment was grade A plus work by both Roman and CM Punk. Anyways, if anybody new that needs to hold that belt as of right now, at what point do they say, okay, Sammy, we've had you in that spot so many damn times, we're just going to bust you down the card, maybe throw you in a feud with Kevin Owens when he decides to come, whenever he's able to come back, help use you to help build Kevin back up, use you to help build our newer talent that's coming in, whether if it's more with Ilya Dragunov or giving a rub to Carmelo Hayes, giving a rub to Trick Williams, like, hell, I'll even say the same thing about Damian Priest. No, nobody needs to see the Puerto Rican Gothic Undertaker anymore, okay? Nobody wants to see it anymore, bro.
Hey, my peoples will be laughing at that right now. Yeah, I feel you.
Go ahead, bro. My rant is over with. You can have the rest of this one.
Yeah, all right. So here's my thing, right, with Sammy, right? Do you really blame Sammy for the situation that he's in now, or do you blame the booking? Because I feel like they had multiple chances to put him in the situation that they should have put him in, and they didn't do it. For God's sakes, he's basically in his spectrum of people, and they still didn't put the title on him. Then you had other opportunities where you should have put the title on him. So when are you going to put the title on him, or are you going to put the title on him? That's the question. Because I feel like the opportunity is dwindling away. Like, y'all keep painting it like they put Sami Zayn in these like fighting from behind situations for way too long. Way too long. They've put him in these fighting from behind situations. Like, are we going to literally get to the point where y'all just going to put the title on him or not? And and not for nothing too, I feel like also Sami Zayn, I feel like he should, I don't know what type of politicking he does in the back, but I know he has a strong voice in the back because it was his idea to put the U.S. title on Ilya Dragunov. Because if you remember the match they had, it was his idea to lose. So obviously he has some sort of voice. So how about use that voice to actually get yourself the title for at least one run?
Use that voice to send your ass back down to NXT and work back up again, bro.
Nah, I don't think he should do that. I mean, he probably could have way better matches in NXT. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not, the way they're booking him right now is kind of crazy. But I wouldn't do that, man. I think that's kind of a demotion for him, especially at this point of his career. So you feel like he should be demoted, but I don't feel like it's his fault he's in the situation he's in, though.
It's a combination of creative and his, because his character hasn't changed. If you have okay. If he has the voice that you think he has, why hasn't he used his voice for a character change? Why hasn't he used his voice with Triple H to get rid of that whole I'm an underdog gimmick? Because that's more along the lines of what I'm tired of seeing is this underdog gimmick. He's an underdog in everything. He was an underdog in the Fatal 4-Way. He was an underdog to get to the Fatal 4-Way. He was an underdog going against Drew McIntyre. Now, what does they say? Bro is 0-11, now 0-12 against Drew fucking McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
When is enough enough?
Mm-hmm.
You could have easily, instead of having Sami Zayn or the Gothic Puerto Rican Undertaker, one of them two in there, you could have used Aleister Black. Why the fuck did you bring Aleister Black back if you're not going to use him? I get it. He was in that 6-month feud with Damian Priest. I got it. But if all the rumors that I was hearing is true, that they are extremely high on Aleister Black, then why not have him in that Fatal 4-Way? Why not move Rusev off of Raw, put him on SmackDown, and use him in the Fatal 4-Way? Then you have 3 new faces and Randy Orton. I didn't mind Randy Orton being there. I never thought he was going to win anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind Randy Orton being in it. But you add Trick Williams, Aleister Black, and Rusev. Or if you didn't want to move Rusev from Raw, you use the person that everybody wants to see go up against Gunther one more time, Ilya Dragunov. Use Ilya Dragunov. Okay, he dropped the belt to Carmelo Hayes. That means his next step should have been going for the title. So you could have used Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov is also the guy who beat Sami Zayn for the U.S. title.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Ilya Dragunov, Trick Williams, Aleister Black, and Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Why not that?
Yeah.
Different feel. It'll give you a different feel. Isn't this what everybody wants is a different feel?
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Randy Orton, there's 3 new people in the title scene right there. Trick Williams, Aleister Black, and Ilya Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with that?
Yeah.
Instead, we got this whole underdog gimmick that's been going on since he left from the bloodline. And you got the Gothic Undertaker. No, and no. I said my rant is done. I'm officially done. Sorry.
All right, so you basically gave your grade for that match. I gave it a C. I gave it a C. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it could be better, but I didn't think it was that bad. Drew McIntyre, I mean, for what it's worth, he's a great heel. I don't know if you've seen the post that he made about Sami Zayn. He was with his family. Drew was with his family, right? And they had like a championship celebration. Somebody posted it on X. They had a championship celebration, right? He's with his family taking a group photo. He's holding the title. And then he said, in the caption, it said, "This is something that Sami Zayn will never feel." I was rolling. I was like, so I'm saying, like, that was a gut punch right there. Like,
if there's one thing that Drew McIntyre is good at, social media.
Yeah, facts. He's great at trolling. Like he is the top 5 trolls in WWE. When it comes to trolling, he knows how to press people's buttons. He didn't always have that superpower though. He didn't always have that superpower. When he started developing that superpower, I was like, yeah, this guy's going to be diabolical on the internet. He developed that superpower a few years ago, and he's been nothing but funny ever since. So yeah, I gave it a C. I gave it a C minus. That was my take. So.
Well, last but not least, the men's Royal Rumble.
Hold on. We missing a match. Didn't their women had a match, right? The women that the Stephanie Van Cour didn't have a match. They showed her. They showed her at the event though, didn't they?
I think they did, but I don't think she had a match at the Royal Rumble.
No.
Let me see.
Because they were posting something on X with her.
Yeah, because she had her championship match tonight against Raquel.
Yeah, but what did she do at the Rumble? She didn't do nothing.
I don't think she
Or
did
maybe
anything.
or maybe that was a dark match before they started the event.
Yeah, so the card included Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Gunther, AJ, and the 2 Royal Rumble matches.
Oh, okay. So that might have been a dark match or whatever they had before the event actually started, which I don't approve of. Why do you have your champion in a dark match before the event?
Saudi Arabia.
So, yeah. All right. So
But we got a lot to talk about with the men's Royal Rumble. How it started. So I don't know if you guys remember, it was Heyman that got in Adam Pearce's face about Braun being number 2 and all this other jazz, and they had to F around and find out thing going on, and so we didn't know who number 1 was, but we always knew who number 2 was. Number 1 ended up being our boy Oba Femi. Number 2 we knew as Braun Breaker, but before Braun could get into the ring, something happened. Okay. Before we get to that, Triple H, bring that ass here, boy. If you don't fucking stop with the damn hooded person interfering with people wearing all black, face mask, like, find something else.
Man, look, you know, at one point, right, this guy was dubbed a creative genius. I don't know what happened, bro.
Is it him? Is it TKO? Is it both? I don't fucking know, but
I think
this whole hooded mask and wearing all black, coming out of the crowd, attacking people, then going back into the crowd to escape, that shit is played the fuck out. It is played out.
Yeah. A lot of people saying it's people are saying it's Austin Theory. Some people are saying it's Logan Paul. Some people are saying it's this. Some people are saying that.
I heard people saying it was Jake Paul.
Nah.
No. Because Jake Paul, number 1, has a broken jaw from Anthony Joshua. Shout out Anthony Joshua. But I've heard Finn Balor. I've heard I've heard Austin Theory, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Finn Balor. I've heard Adam Pearce himself.
No.
I heard I heard Adam Pearce hired Nick Aldis to do it.
I don't know. Nick Aldis is a pretty big dude. That guy.
That dude was not nowhere near big enough to be Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
Nick Aldis, aka Magnus, right? I also heard that it was Austin Theory, but Austin Theory is planted into the vision by Seth Rollins to get all the information for Seth, take all the information from the vision back to Seth Rollins, and lay the seeds for when Seth Rollins comes back. So right now, Austin Theory is working undercover, but for Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm. That could be a possibility. That definitely could be a possibility. I could see that. I can see it. If that's what it is, then that's pretty good. That's pretty good as far as storytelling, if that's what it is. But I don't give them that much credit.
I was gonna say, do you think that
I don't give them that much credit. I don't think he did that. I don't think they've written that into the script. I'll be surprised. That right there, if they did that, that would be pretty good. Pretty good. But I don't give them that much credit. I don't think he did that. I think it's something way over our heads that we're not even thinking.
the story is there, man? There are so many things within this company that the story is there.
Mm-hmm.
All they got to do is write it. It's there. Just write it.
Yep. It is. It is. But let's start off like this, man. Oba was snapping in the Royal Rumble. Listen, I was mad when he finally got eliminated. I was mad because I'm like, yo, dang. I wanted to see more of an interaction with him and Brock Lesnar before he got eliminated, but I get it. They're saving those nooks and crannies for when they have an actual match in the near future. So I understood. I do feel Powerhouse should have lasted a little longer in the Rumble. I don't like how he got eliminated, but that's okay. I understood that too. But I wasn't too much on board with how he got eliminated. I thought he should have stayed in a little longer. But it's cool. I get it. Javon Evans, man. Javon did his thing. Javon was listen, if anybody deserved the Iron Man award in that match, it's either Javon or Oba. You know? I didn't like how they eliminated Trick Williams. I wasn't approving of that. I thought listen, if you're trying to catapult your new generation of talent into the stratosphere, the folks y'all should have had in the Final Four or Final Five or Final Six, however you wanted to do it, it should have been because Trick got eliminated early, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should have been Trick. It should have been Javon. It should have been Oba. It should have been Powerhouse. And then it should have been whoever else you're deeming to win the Rumble. Which, of course, we know Roman won the Rumble. Which I gave my rant on that. And I'm going to say this. Now that I see how everything played out, it was all a work. That whole ESPN thing was a work. Is he right when he did the work and said what he said? Yes, creative sucks. It has not evolved. It's trash. But how you going to say they didn't make no new stars when you just won the Royal Rumble? If you talking about making new stars, wouldn't you say that, yeah, this person should win the Rumble and let me take a back seat? I don't think Roman needs to win the Rumble to put the title back on him. Neither. I don't think he does. But he won the Rumble. I know why. Because they want to fill the seats. We talked about that. They need star power. And this is my problem with WWE. And this is why Roman's whole work rant on the Pat McAfee show is really a reality because of the fact that they're not building nobody for the future. So now he feels he has to fill that void when he really should be taking a back seat and chilling until WrestleMania and then fight for the title some point in time. But now he has to insert himself in there because they need somebody to fill the seats. You should be building new stars. You have stars there. It's right there for the taking. All you gotta do is insert them into the proper situation. You're taking too long to build these people. Take a chance. Take a risk. You got people already in line. Just take a risk. Yeah, am I over talking or whatever? Like, tell me, bro. Like, what am I saying that's wrong? Just take a risk.
Okay. Number one, to all you assholes out there that was shitting on Powerhouse Hobbs' new name, y'all owe him an apology.
Yes, you do.
The fact that number one, you owe Triple H an apology too, because everybody was blaming Triple H for taking the name Powerhouse Hobbs. When everybody in the IWC knows, unless you're special situation like AJ Styles, you don't keep the name that you left another company with. I.e. Ricky Saints, i.e. Blake Monroe. Now, Jade Cargill, a special situation because they saw her as a super duper star. She got to keep Jade Cargill. But you guys shitted on Triple H and Powerhouse Hobbs for his name change. It is such a bad name. Like, who would do that? Just all over the place. You owe him and Triple H an apology. Why? Why do I say that? Royce is the name of his son. Keys is his late mother's maiden name. Royce Keys. That is why he chose the name. So all you assholes out there that was shitting on him and Triple H for the name, I hope the apology is just as loud. Because you guys all look like a bunch of fucking assholes. I know I've let out a bunch of expletives, but I'm pretty heavy on that one because the man's mother passed away. So he chose his mother's maiden name. Like, the man chose his son, his flesh and blood name to be his wrestling name, and y'all shit on him for it. No. I hope the apology is just as loud.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I agree. I hope the apology is just as loud. Even though we know you guys are too proud, y'all not gonna admit it. But I hope the apology is just as loud because he definitely put out there that these are names that are sentimental, that mean something to him, and that's why he did. Because clearly you could see that they were going to let him keep Powerhouse. I mean, they did show Powerhouse in the beginning of his theme. The Powerhouse, Royce Keys. They did let him keep it. So y'all can't say, oh, they changed his name. No, they was going to let him keep it. So I'm assuming Powerhouse, he had ownership of that. They was going to let him keep it. So yeah, man, like, y'all be tripping, man. The IWC, man, the IWC is, like, they stay tripping all the time, bro. Like, it never ceases to amaze me how critical they are. And this is why I get back to what I was saying is that if we just look at professional wrestling like the United Kingdom looks at professional wrestling, like all these overseas countries look at wrestling, I feel like our brain would not hurt so much. That's how I feel. Because they look at it from an art perspective. They're not so critical. I'm not saying they're not critical on certain things. I'm not even saying we shouldn't be critical. But what I'm saying is that we are so hit on certain things that we don't need to be. The name thing is not one of them. We didn't need to be that critical on his name change. I thought Royce Keys was pretty dope. Was a pretty dope name. You know, if honestly he knows how to put our names together, because that was a pretty dope name if you ask me. Royce Keys, like his move could be Keys to the City Slam or something like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, or the Rolls Royce driver or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some sort of like power driver type of move. Like it's so many ways you could put moves together with that name. So it's like, to me, like I thought it was a dope name. You know, I don't know why they were so critical, but that's the IWC
It's the
for you.
IWC, man.
Yeah. So, men's Royal Rumble, what do you give it?
I gave it a B, a flat B. I'm not as critical of it as you are. I'm not. Now, because so when Oba ties the record for most eliminations, okay, I felt like they did exactly what they needed to do with Oba Femi and make him look like a flat out monster. And they reiterated that tonight on Raw, right?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the only way to keep Oba looking strong was to eliminate him the way that they did, right? So it's not like he was getting his ass handed to him and then Brock Lesnar just tossed him over like he did Ilya Dragunov, right?
That was funny. Like Ilya, and not for nothing, Ilya got some of the deadliest chops in wrestling. He be chopping the crap out of a chest. And he was chopping Brock. He was like, bah, 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 like the rapid fire chops. And Brock was like, ah!
I'm sure I saw something about that. It was like, I'm sure Brock told him to hit him as hard as he could in the chest to get that reaction.
Yo,
I'm sorry, I'm not telling nobody to hit me as hard as they can in my chest like that.
Yo, he was chopping that. Yo, Brock chest was lit up, and he just brushed it off and just tossed him. So, yeah, I was like, damn. Yo.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Yo.
Hey.
He was like, bang, 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 bang. I'm like, I don't know whose chops is deadlier. Is it his or Gunther's? They both got some crazy chops, man. I think it's a European type of thing, because oh my God, man. Ric Flair, man, you're gonna have to take a seat on this one, because I know Ric Flair got in his day, his chops was crazy. Nah, man, I think these guys' chops is, and you know who else chops might start coming up into the picture? Oba's. Did you see when he swatted what's in yeah.
Man, and he does that to everybody too. If you notice it, he does it to everybody, especially the high flyers. They jump off the rope and he'll just smack them down on their chest.
Yo, he was like, I forgot which one of the Royal Raiders he did that to, but he was like, bang! I was like,
man.
oh, yo. And them dudes is not no small individuals, man. Them guys are like at least over 300. And he was like, bang! I was like, yo, man. It sounded like a shotgun. It was like, bang! I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, man.
Yeah, man. It's not like Oba was eliminated like he was getting his ass whooped and thrown over the top rope, right?
Yeah.
No, he was I forget who was in the middle of who he was in the middle of trying to throw out the ring. Mm-hmm. But Brock did the heel thing, and while his back was turned, just came and flipped him over. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make Oba look weak. Mm-hmm. Like, if anything, it looks like, oh man, he made a rookie mistake.
Yeah, that's what they said anyway.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
It happened. All right, bro. Let me cook real quick. You ready? Fucking Jey Uso, man, bro. How in the hell? How in the hell you gonna have Brock Lesnar getting eliminated by LA Knight and Cody Rhodes while Jey Uso trying to fucking run it back?
Yeah, right, yeah.
What are we do? He's another one. I get it. People love Jey Uso. People love Jey Uso. I get it. But he is another one that needs a character change. He was better off as a heel to me. It was cool watching the whole yeeting thing. It's cool watching my son, the music can hit and he'll yeet with Jey Uso. That's all nice and dandy and stuff.
My daughter does
but
the
my
same
son,
thing.
But our kids are 5. They're 5. My son is 5. Mm-hmm. He don't know no better. He's 5. That's cool to him. Mm-hmm. We in our 40s, bro. You 50, I'm 40. And
this guy here, hey, yo, don't be believing this guy, yo. Because you're going to have people thinking that I'm actually 50. I don't believe this guy. Yo. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. My bad.
But number one, your music hits and you come out the crowd. It takes you a whole 10 minutes to get from the top of the stadium down to the ring.
Yeah.
You get into the ring, you hit a couple people, and then you 1-2. All while Brock Lesnar, the biggest threat after Oba got eliminated, the biggest threat there is getting eliminated. They are focused on Jey Uso trying to run it back than Brock Lesnar getting eliminated. And to make matters even worse, Wade Barrett and was it Wade Barrett and Michael Cole, or was it Corey Graves and Michael Cole? Either way, they said one thing about Brock Lesnar getting eliminated, and then it was done after that. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like I said, I get it. People love Jey Uso. I got it. But I've had about enough now. I mean, you know it's bad when your cousin gets into the ring and he talking about something. And he turns around and punch you square in the mouth. That tells you all you need to know right there. Roman's over it. It's time for something else. I'm over it. I'll let my son, who's 5 years old, yeet all he wants to, but I won't be. I'm over that shit. Like, you're stopping matches mid-match to. This is supposed to be one of, if not the most important match to get to WrestleMania, and you got this dude looking like a clown in the middle of the biggest match heading into WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that Brock Lesnar is literally getting eliminated while he's doing it.
Yeah, I can't.
Brock, anybody else? I mean, even Trick Williams. Anybody else? Okay, no big deal. But it's Brock Lesnar. This is a guy who's been the most dominant guy in professional wrestling for the last 10 to 15 years. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, I can't argue with you on that. Yeah. Yeah, that it's getting to a point where it's becoming annoying, and they were doing it in the middle of matches, and it kind of dwindles and makes his character look weak when you do that. Because I'm like, man, okay, now we can't really take his character serious no more, and we're talking about a former world heavyweight champion here. So it's like we can't take his character serious no more because of the fact that you keep doing stuff like that. Now, if his character was like a goofy character or whatever, like that's something different. But his character was always made to be serious and intense. So when you add in this element of running it back every 5-10 minutes because the crowd wants it, like after a while, like the core following is going to get tired of it. Like we don't want to see that. We want to see some action. Like, what are you doing? And he got eliminated too for that.
You sure did.
And funny thing is, did they even acknowledge it tonight on Raw? They didn't even acknowledge the fact that he got eliminated.
He wasn't even on Raw.
He wasn't. I don't.
No.
I seen some posts though that must have been on a break or something like that, because I seen some posts where they said he was talking and he didn't even acknowledge the fact that he got eliminated. See over if that is the case, see, I don't have the VPN, so when I'm watching Raw, I can't see the cut scenes or whatever. Like, I gotta go through all the ads. You know what I mean? So I'm not 100% sure, but I did see some posts on X where they said he didn't even acknowledge the fact that he got eliminated. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Now that I got that out of the way, next, what was the purpose of having 2 Grande Americanos? Why the fuck are you spoiling Chad Gable's return by having him come back as the original Grande Americano? Why? So we have, let me see, we have 2 Grande Americanos. We have La Parka. We have Mr. Iguana. But we have no Finn Balor. Can somebody help me with that? We needed La Parka.
Nah.
Didn't get a single reaction.
And Parker's pretty good, man. He's dope, man. I would I would even go as far as saying, like, he's probably a tad bit better than his dad. You know, because if you guys follow the history, this is not the original La Parker. Of course, he wouldn't be that fit. This is the son, because he got 2 kids that wear the La Parker costume. So this is one of the sons. So he
Dad was in WCW.
Yeah, he's the original La Parka. So, you know, I don't think we needed him in the Royal Rumble, but I understand they're very high on La Parka. So we probably gonna see.
What about Mr. Iguana? Did we need Mr. Iguana?
We didn't need that neither.
What about the 2 Grandes? Do we need the 2 Grandes?
We definitely didn't need that. I would have rather seen Chad Gable in the Royal Rumble.
Be Chad Gable, right?
Yeah, be Chad Gable. Save the El Grande Americano thing for Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or something like that.
But no Finn Balor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time understanding it. Like, yeah, I gave the match as a whole a B because honestly it wasn't a bad match, but like some of the decisions, like 2 Grandes, La Parka, and Mr. Iguana, and no Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
One of them spots would have been perfect for Finn Balor. Mm-hmm. Imagine if he brought the Demon.
Not to cut you off, a lot of people were asking about that. Why didn't they bring the Demon into the Royal Rumble? That would have been perfect.
Just saying. No Finn Balor, but we got La Parka and Mr. Iguana and 2 Grande Americanos.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I see your point. I definitely see your point.
No Aleister Black. They said Aleister Black was in Saudi Arabia. No Aleister Black.
So if he was in Saudi Arabia, why didn't they use him?
No Aleister Black.
That's wild. So he was in Saudi Arabia just to stay in the back and catering?
I guess so. Zelina Vega got a spot in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But no Aleister Black. So again, 2 Grande Americanos, Mr. Iguana, La Parka, no Finn Balor, no Aleister Black. Why? I think they said Ethan Page might have been over there too. Didn't use him.
And this is why I'm saying, like, you got all these guys, man, but you're not using them. You have the blueprint for new stars to build for the next 5-10 years, and you're not even doing it. So it makes what Romans say even more relevant, because like you're not even doing it creatively. You're not even trying. You're not even trying. So no wonder he wants to insert himself back into the title picture. But I just felt like he didn't have to win the Royal Rumble to do that. But I understand why they did it.
Well, and to that point, I am completely in agreement as to them choosing Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I say that? At first, it was just a talking point for him during his promos. He called himself the needle mover.
Mm-hmm.
No Seth Rollins. CM Punk is a champion. Drew McIntyre is a champion. Who are your needle movers? No fault of their own. No fault of Roman, no fault of Seth, anybody, all those guys that I've just named already. It's not their fault that there are no more needle movers outside of them and AJ Styles, but he's gone now. It's Triple H's fault, right? That they could have easily made LA Knight one of them guys, but they won't do it for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
They could have had, people love Penta. They could have had Penta. They could have set Penta up to be a needle mover. People love Penta.
Mm-hmm.
His gimmick isn't stale like Jey Uso. Jey Uso was a needle mover. Not so much anymore. I think when he comes out and yeets, if you look at the crowd, it is that yeeting, the numbers of the people in the crowd are going down. That were yeeting at one point. So I think his time as a needle mover for now is done. So you're going to have to sell tickets. There's only a handful of guys that's going to help you sell tickets right now. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and maybe Drew McIntyre. Again, no fault of their own. But those are your needle movers.
Mm-hmm.
So, CM Punk's the champion. He's not going to be in the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre already had a match. He's not going to be in the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins is injured. He's not going to be in the Royal Rumble. So who's left?
Mm-hmm.
It's Roman Reigns. They need somebody to sell tickets. Roman Reigns, I don't give a fuck what any of you clowns out there say. Listen to my words. Roman Reigns is the biggest wrestling superstar in the world. People are going to show up to see Roman Reigns. Just like people showed up just to see Stone Cold Steve Austin, just to see The Rock, just to see John Cena. Roman Reigns is the biggest wrestling superstar in the world. I didn't listen to my words. I didn't say he's the best wrestler in the world, because he's not. But as far as name, image, likeness, merchandise, all that stuff, Roman Reigns is the biggest wrestling superstar in the fucking world. So if you can't have anybody else, I'm giving that to Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be the one that's gonna sell you tickets. Plus, as we saw tonight, the story between him and CM Punk is already there.
Mm-hmm.
They just gotta let them, just like they did tonight with the promo, they just gotta let them cook. That promo tonight on Raw was A+. That's gonna be something that's gonna have to be studied for a while. That's how you build to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
What they did tonight is how you build to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns was the rightful winner because they're not building superstars, just like he said. He's got to come back and save the day. And boy, did he tonight. Now, if the Royal Rumble told me anything, is we know who the main event players are going to be in the future. And there's 4 that stand out. Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Obafemi, Braun Breaker. Those are going to be the 4 pillars of the future for WWE.
No Trick Williams, no Javon Evans, or they just.
I see I think they look at Trick Williams and Javon Evans as stars, as superstars, but I think they look at Braun Breaker and Obafemi as levels above them. They've never had anybody come out and let somebody come out and destroy the War Raiders the way Obafemi did tonight. They've never let just anybody act the way. Well, I can't say never because we all seen Stone Cold, but the way Braun Breaker is building his heel character, how not, right? And plus, we've seen him already go after the world title. We've seen him take out Roman Reigns. We've seen him take out Seth Rollins. We've seen him take out CM Punk. 3 guys that were in the main event of WrestleMania last year. He's next. Him and Obafemi are right here right now. You got Sol Ruka and Lash Legend. If they didn't believe that highly of Sol Ruka and Lash Legend, they wouldn't have done what they did.
Yeah, I can't argue with you on that. I definitely can't argue with you on that. I definitely feel as if you're right. Like there is points to that. There's points to that. But I'm like,
real quick before I forget, I'm sorry, not to cut you off. Real quick before I forget, if I'm Triple H, here's another story that's right there for the taking. Obafemi, Brock Lesnar. The story is there. They had them stare down 3 different times, and then they had Brock Lesnar eliminate him. If I'm Triple H, I put Brock Lesnar and Obafemi in the elimination chamber, and I have Obafemi pin Brock Lesnar to send him out of the elimination chamber. Then I have the rest of the gang up on Obafemi to get him out. Then you have a whole entire story. Okay, it's tied 1-1. I got you out of Royal Rumble. I pinned you at the Elimination Chamber. We're going to settle this once and for all at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar and Obafemi, the story writes itself. Triple H has got, all you got to do is just, it's there. It's there. Go ahead.
Nah, I agree with you. I feel like that's what's basically going to happen next. I mean, I feel like that's what it is. It's right there for the taking. It's just all up to them on what they're going to choose to do with it. You know, I agree. I think that's exactly what's going to happen next. That's exactly what's going to happen next. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens moving forward, you know. Like I said, for me, I gave the men's Royal Rumble, I gave it a cool B-. Gave it a B-. It wasn't that bad. You know, it was okay. It was okay. Like I said, I just, you know, there was a few things in there that I would have did differently, but it is what it is, you know. Monday Night Raw wasn't that bad though. Monday Night Raw was pretty good. It wasn't that bad. But yeah.
That promo, I'm sorry, but both CM Punk and Roman cooked that promo at the end.
I missed it. I stepped away from the TV, so I gotta go back and watch it because I want to see.
Yeah, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it, bro. They both cooked.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. But hey, that's our review.
Hey, real quick, We glossed over something. Drew McIntyre got Cody Rhodes eliminated.
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely did do that. Yep.
And then Roman Reigns eliminated Jacob Fatu because he was worried about what Drew McIntyre was doing.
Yeah.
I think the story here again. Here's another story that's here for the taking for Triple H. It has to, at this point, it has to be a triple threat match for the Universal Heavyweight title between Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, and Cody Rhodes. And I feel like Jacob Fatu wins.
I do too. I think,
But I feel like at this point at WrestleMania, it has to be them three going for that belt.
Mm-hmm.
The story is already there.
I think Jacob Fatu is the next Universal WWE Heavyweight Champion. I definitely think. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's another name I left out when I was giving tiers. Jacob Fatu. He's another big star.
Mm-hmm.
So there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. And not for nothing, we'll continue this review on Thursday when I give my take on everything else with the Royal Rumble, and I speak about other things that's going on in the world of professional wrestling news on the Barz Wrestling Media Live podcast show, which will be streaming live on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Yo, plug in your pod, bro, your individual podcast, bro, so people will know what to look forward to, man, when you're going live, bro, or when you're talking about the stuff, when you're putting out the videos.
So I did my own version of my Royal Rumble Fallout last night, and it dropped this morning at 8:00. I also included DJ Michael Watts. I talked a little bit longer about DJ Michael Watts in that show than I did tonight. But yeah, it's just Darkwing's Flawless Victory, man. It's on YouTube. I have several shows over there. That one's actually the first wrestling show that I've done since it's been some time since I've done a wrestling show over there because I've been trying to save all my wrestling content for the podcast. But I had a lot to say about it. So I felt like, homie over here told me to just go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and did it. But yeah, I talk basketball over there. A lot of my biggest hitters are basketball. By the way, GOAT is Michael Jordan, not LeBron James. I do talk about, I talk some college football. I talk some NFL. I talked boxing. Boxing is, outside of wrestling, boxing is my favorite sport. So I do talk boxing over there. I talk a little bit of everything over there. So yeah, y'all go show me some love. It's just it's the same name, Darkwing Dub on YouTube. The show is called Darkwing's Flawless Victory. Yeah, y'all go show me some love over there. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Like everything that you see that we do on the other brands are all connected over here. So if y'all support us over here, definitely support us on the other side too. Like I said, he has his podcast. Make sure you go out there and support it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It's very important. It really helps us out a lot as far as the algorithm. I see there's a lot of y'all watching tonight. At one point I seen up to like almost 20 people in the chat. Salute to y'all. I see y'all. I'm watching. I see y'all. I see y'all out there. We appreciate y'all. We hoping, we praying that this chat becomes 150 to 200 one day. But yeah, I see y'all out there. Y'all doing y'all thing. We appreciate y'all. Don't just watch. Please subscribe. We definitely appreciate it. Please share with your peoples too.
Y'all got to see the heel version of Darkwing Dub.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. So, like I said, Thursday, Barz Wrestling Media Live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll be discussing more about the Royal Rumble fallout, and we'll have the open panel. So make sure you check that out. I've been posting a lot concerning that. I need you guys' support over there. You know, just like he needs your support over on his end, we need your support. Everything is intertwined with Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle, you know. So make sure y'all check that out this Thursday, and check out more content from Darkwing Dub's Flawless Victory. We're going to be dropping some more stuff. I'm going to be collaborating with him on his end. We're going to be doing, like, even though we know we're a team over here, but we also going to be jumping on our own stuff too, and going back and forth on some things too, because we got to save some content for ourselves as well. We can't distribute everything over here and don't have nothing for ourselves. So, you know, we're going to be having a lot of stuff that we're going to collaborate on and bring it over to each other's pod. And also, not for nothing, we're definitely going to be adding our podcast, our individual podcast, to the Spotify's and the Apple and stuff. We got to, bro. We got to. There's no way that we can just have this and not put our stuff. So we would be talking. We got to do it, bro. We got it, man. I think that's way overdue. We gotta put our stuff out there more so people can see it and listen to it. You know, so they can see. We're on both sides of the spectrum, you know, so be looking out for that. I've had some ideas on how we could plug that in. So,
well, if that's the case, I will definitely be saving the wrestling talk for this and do more of my sports takes on mine. By the way, before I forget, before we hang up on here, I'm dropping a series on my side. I'm giving my top 5 GOATs of all time by position in the NBA. Once I'm done with the NBA, I'll move over to the NFL. Y'all go check out what I said about point guards. I've already dropped my top 5 point guards of all time. Here in about a day or two, I'll probably drop the top 5 shooting guards. So I've already got everything made up for it. Just got to make the video for it. I'll drop that soon. I'll work on the 3, which is, for those of you that don't watch basketball, the 3 is the small forward, the 4 is the power forward, and the 5 is the center. So I'll be dropping that pretty soon too. Yeah, so y'all keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, most definitely pay attention to that. You know, he's very knowledgeable on basketball, very knowledgeable. I definitely have to stop through over there, you know, and talk some basketball with bro, you know. I want to put out there, too, before we go, we're going to be adding a segment to State of Professional Wrestling because we got an episode coming out this month. We're going to be adding a segment. It's a game show segment. We're going to give you more details on that on the next drop that we do. I'll probably talk about it more on Barz Wrestling Media Live, but it's a game show segment that we're going to have, and we're going to be testing our content creators of wrestling content. We're going to be testing them to see how much they know about pro wrestling and to see if they are a tribalist or not. So we're going to talk more about that.
Coming for you! Mm-hmm. Coming for you, nigga!
Oh. and another thing, too, don't try to take our idea. We created this game. Don't try to take our idea. I'm definitely going to copyright it, too. So don't try to take it. I'm taking it. I'm going to copyright it. So don't try to take it.
This is his game. He came up with the game. I came up with the State of Professional Wrestling for once a month. He's adding the game that he came up with to it. So it's a group thing, man. We clash heads, not in a bad way, but we just bounce ideas off of each other and see what sticks.
Yeah. So this game is going to be pretty interesting. It's going to add something to the state of professional wrestling for the content creators, and we're going to test their knowledge. So we're going to see what's up with that. Other than that, is there anything else you got before we go?
Nah, I'm good, bro. I feel rejuvenated now. I got all that out. You know what I'm saying? I feel better. I feel better.
Yeah.
Y'all got to see the heel. I know y'all see. I know y'all seen bits and pieces of heel Darkwing Dub, but I think y'all got a little bit more tonight because I got a little bit more animated than I would like than I typically do.
You definitely did. You definitely did. You definitely did. You know.
But before we do close out, I do want to say one more time, rest in peace, DJ Michael 5,000 Watts. Rest in peace. Chopped and Screwed won't be the same without you, but I continue to listen to this day. Rest in peace, DJ Michael 5,000 Watts.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Also, it's Black History Month, so happy Black History Month to all our Black professional athletes. Happy Black History Month to all of y'all. Happy Black History Month to all our Black actors, so forth and so on. Happy Black History Month to all our Black content creators. Happy Black History Month to all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all over here. So with that being said, we'll be back with another one. We got some more. We know we've been slacking on the dropping of videos and stuff. We about to get back on it. We had a discussion about that before the show. We definitely gonna get back on it. We got a lot of stuff that we gotta catch up on. So we're gonna get back into it. We're gathering up ideas for some more videos. So y'all stay tuned for that and pay attention. Please like, share, subscribe. Please, we need this. We need this. Please like, share, subscribe, and share, and we'll keep y'all informed. See y'all next one. Deuces. Okay.
And that wraps up another explosive edition of the podcast. Join us next week as the road to the championship continues.
This is the Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast, your home for real pro wrestling talk.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, we the champs. Thanks for listening. We gone.